Welcome back, my friends. Another lovely video. This time we are asked about a regular heptagon with sides of length 24, and we're supposed to know what the area is. So if you are at home working this out, please pause the video and then listen to the explanation, and we're back. And the answer is 2093. What? Okay, let's move on. How do you do this? Well, you start with the center and you make a triangle. And the basic idea is that there's a lot of these triangles. There's 7 of them to be exact. And they're all the same. Every one of these triangles is exactly the same. And there's 7 of them because it's a heptagon, so we make it in 7 parts. But let's just focus on one of them. And when we're done with this one triangle, we can just multiply it by 7, and that gives us the whole answer. This triangle has a base of 24, right? This whole thing is 24. But if I just look at, if I drop down a height, like, that's awful. Maybe I'll try to make it straight. Yeah, that's probably better. I drop down a height, I get a 90-degree angle, and I get this side down here, which is going to be 12. Because that's what it is. Now, what about the angle? Well, this is a heptagon, and a heptagon has 7 sides, so 7 minus 2 times 180 gives you the sum of the interior angles, so that's 5 times 180, which is 900, and then you take 900, so 900 is the sum of all the interior angles, all of these, right, all of these angles here, 7 of those, together add up to 900. So each one of those purple angles, like this one right here, is 900 divided by 7. And 900 divided by 7 is exactly 128.5714286. We'll just say 128.6. Okay, so this is 128.6. Well, that means that this angle right here is half of that. Because that whole corner there is 128.6, right? Just like this one's also 128.6, and all these other ones are 128.6. Like these are all 128.6. But that corner down here, that's half of that. And so you divide that by 2, and you get 64.3-ish as that angle. Okay, so that's the degrees. And now what? Well, now we use trig to solve for that height. So this height right in the middle, I'm trying to think of what color I want. Let's make it black. Okay, so that height, I'll call it h. What is it? Well, if we take the tangent of 64.3 degrees, then that equals opposite over adjacent, which is 12. And we have an expression for it. So we can use it to solve for the height. Tangent of 64.3 degrees is 2.076521,397. We'll say it's about 2.1. And so that's 2.1, and then we're going to multiply both sides by 12 to get rid of this. So 2.1 times 12 equals h. Sorry if it's getting a little messy there. And so let's just multiply that by 12 and see what happens. So that's about 25. So that means that h is approximately 25. And then we find the area of the triangle. And the triangle is the red triangle, right? We're talking about the red triangle, this whole thing. Not just the half triangle, but like the whole triangle. And be careful with that because people have messed that up. And so just make sure that's not you. And for that, we use the triangle formula. So that's half times base times height. So half times 24, which we know is the base, times the height, which is approximately 25, but not exactly, times about 25. So in other words, this is 12 times, this is 12 times approximately 25. So 12 times approximately 25. Thankfully, I have it in my calculator. 12, I still have it accurate. 24.91825676. Multiply that by 12, and that gives me 299.01. So that means that the red triangle, it's about 299, has an area of about 299. So this triangle right here, this red triangle, is 299. Remember that there's 7 of these, right? We have all of these, and each one is 299.01 because they're all the same. And so we just have to multiply by 7, and that gives us the area of the whole polygon. And so this heptagon has an area of 2093.133568 and change. And that is how you find the area of a heptagon, and more generally, the area of a polygon. So just to recap your steps, if this should help you, what we did is first we found, well, I don't know if I went exactly in this order, but we found the sum of the interior angles. And then we found each individual angle, right, of the regular polygon. Then we did the triangle. So use trig, in particular tangent, to solve for the apothem, the height of that triangle. Height of triangle. Then once you have the height of the triangle, find area of the triangle using half times base times height. Find area of triangle, and I'll just put that half times base times height. Okay, and then final step, once you have that area, multiply that area by the number of sides in the polygon. Sides in polygon. In other words, n. Multiply by n for that. Let's see if I can get this to stand out. Ooh. Yeah, actually, that might be better. A little bit easier to read. Probably not ideal. But there it is, and that's your method, and that's what you need to use. So hope that was helpful to you. Thank you very much. Please like, share, and subscribe.